Leonard, are you fucking kidding me, man? Jesus Christ.
I don't know where the stink's coming from.
You don't know where the stink's coming from? Probably from all this shit everywhere, you fucking... Holy fuck. I think this place is worse than Jason's. Leonard, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm definitely not taking this shit in there. Oh my god.
What's going on with your YouTube? It's your boy King Cobra.
Mother, log off your gambling site and vacate the living room.
Fuck you, bish, I gots to gamble.
I need to do my Godot-centered internet show.
But nobody watches your gay little internet show.
Mother, you leave me no choice. Nobody messes with my gay little internet show.
All right, so my audio is probably going to be completely fucked tonight, just because I don't have my Bluetooth headphones are not working. All my audio is going to be coming right through the speakers, so you're going to hear it twice. One's from the system and one's from the microphone. Aren't you lucky? But here's what we have. We got King Cobra right here burning down his coal. I've added a little bit of texture, a little bit of flavor out here. We have this nice HDRI image. So let me just play the scene and I'll show you what we got. This is, of course, inspired by King Cobra, real-life adventure, burning some coal. So I had to scale the models because the lighting was basically completely ruined because of how large the model was. The model was gigantic. So it ruined all the lighting. I had to scale everything down. Our lighting is getting better. It's not quite what I want, but we're like getting there. The flame doesn't look very good. The coal, I kind of like the glow that we got on it, but we need to, you know, have it amp up to that. It can't just be ready, and it's also off the tongs a little bit, so we got a little problem there. But I do like this little part right here. We're just getting closer and closer. So I have my PlayStation controller here. What we're gonna do is hook it up so you're gonna be like button mashing, like what is it? What was that game that I used to play all the fucking time? Man, what was it? God of War. Yeah, God of War, the old ones before he became all gay and whatever. When he was cool Kratos, when he was just like, it's time for you to die, slave, and he would just kick a guy off a building. That was a good one. So yeah, this is where it ends right here, and this is where you would complete the animation, and it would go into like, you know, end game, and you win the game as long as you kept up with all the prompts. So yeah, let's see, how much did I have to scale this guy? If I go here to our transform, we had to scale him like basically 1,000 times. He's really, really teeny tiny now. But that's what happens. So, and I got a blowtorch sound effect. Let's hear it. Alright. There you go. So we got to add that in there. I think we're just going to go ahead and add the, what is it, audio. Not a 3D. We're just going to add a regular one. Audio stream player, audio stream player. We're going to go over here, quick load, and it's the only sound we have. Wonderful. Let's say autoplay. Autoplay, not playing, and then let's run the scene. Let's see how much ambience that adds. So yeah, that's a nice little start right there. I'm going to turn it down for now. I'm sorry, I'm scratching my legs because I got destroyed by mosquitoes. I let my cat out earlier. But yeah, so I need to come up with some type of way to prompt the player. Right. Let's do this. Can't we do like a status indicator? That's interesting. I've never seen that. That's pretty cool. I'd have to actually want to check that out later. But what else do we need? I guess just some type of, if I just put a control out here, I guess I'll put a canvas layer, right? Create, and then we'll put our control on the canvas layer, and then that will put it on top of everything. So if I do this, and then I add a label here, it'll be on our camera no matter where our camera's at, I think. Let's just say text right here, and we'll put it in the middle right there. We'll save it, and then I'll run the scene, and it should just be in the middle, right? Yeah, there we go. So we got to make some type of, we'll have like press X to help Cobes. To help Cobes think harder. Yeah, so I guess I wanted to have like a million thoughts of Cobes just like running in the background as he's like lighting this coal. I think that'd be really funny. Okay. Let's do it. let's, how am I going to do this? I was actually going to ask ChatGPT, honestly. I just feel like it could really do that very easily for me because I've never made this type of thing. Let's go ahead and rename this to main scene, though. Main scene. All right, ChatGPT, let's see your wisdom. It's taking a second to load. I guess you could have a timer and then, you know, I just want to see what it says first and then I want to see how I would do it. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm trying to create a, what do you even call that? QuickTime event thing in Godot with a PS4 controller. Can you help me? Let's see. Yeah, I want the spam X per second and click the right button on the controller. I kind of know how to do it with a keyboard, but I've never done it with a controller, so I'm just going to need help with that. Oh, hold on, let me stop you there. Also, Godot 4.4 QTE system. Input mapping. Okay, so you can map it just like the other ones in the input map. Spam count 0, time left. Let's see. Is spam QTE active? Press the correct button prompt. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to start by doing it on my own. I just wanted to kind of... Yeah, I mean, this is essentially what I would do, right? Is they're making like an amount of times you have to hit it and then an amount of time it's going to go past and check that. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something incredibly... I have a tendency to like overshoot and do like overcomplicated shit when there's easier things. So I just wanted to see. But I think we can implement that on our own, not being complete idiots. So let's just start adding a script in here. Yeah, we're gonna rename this to, I guess we'll call this main UI. Main UI. Then I also wanted to have a temperature gauge. And we could do this one with ChatGPT. This is gonna be a real simple script. I want a fake temperature gauge. Can you make a, I guess, can you make a number? All I really need is a number that just keeps going up and up. I guess we could do that with like a lerp or something. I just want to see, or just like add per second. I want a fake temperature gauge. You can make a number go up. Fuck it, I'll just code that myself. I'm relying too much on fucking ChatGPT. Alright, let's do it. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Main UI, we'll make our new script. We'll create it. And so I think what I'm going to do is just make a state machine, and then depending on what state it's in, I mean, that's my main basic trick. So we'll go func process. We'll do our on ready vars up here. We're going to do cur state. Equals null. Next. And previous. Fucker. And yeah, actually we should just set them to empty strings. Okay, and then we'll say, what is it? Prev state equals next state. No. Current state, and current state is equal to the next state, and then we will match the current state. And then I guess we'll say idle. We're just going to pass, and then we're gonna come in here and say we're gonna say press right button. Press right button. And we'll just have a function press right button. And just for good measure, just to kind of show how it works, it's going to be, I'm going to have spam one button. So this will just be, if we're going to spam a button over and over again, spam one button. And then we gotta make those functions. So func press right button, and then I'm just going to Control C, and we'll bring that on down. Throw that right there, and we'll throw a pass and a pass. There we go. So that's, you know, just the bare bones basic shit that we got. I'm gonna put on some fucking lo-fi or something. The silence is deafening. Where is my fucking synth playlist? There we go. Turn it really fucking low. Hopefully it's not blaring. Oh, you can still hear it on the main mic. Awesome. Yeah, wonderful. Maybe I should turn desktop audio way low. All right. Hopefully that's not terrible. Okay, so now we have that. Press right button. So all we have to do is make sure that we're pressing the right button in here. So we had to go to the project settings, input map. And then we have to say, I'm just going to say X button, I guess. X button. Oh, we got to add it here. X button. Triangle. Triangle. Button. Let's get rid of that. Square. Button. And circle button. Is this how it works? I'm not even sure, but this is how we're going to use it. Well done, 47. Now proceed to the next function. Oh, thank you. I just realized what you were saying. And it's because I'm bald. Oh, you got me. Based. Alright. X, triangle, square, and circle. So, I guess what should we do? We should make him press the right button. I guess we'll give it a few seconds. So we should just make timers in the code, right? Or should we make an actual timer? I think we should make a timer for right now, so my tiny mind can start understanding it. I'm just going to call this right button timer. Right button timer. We'll do that, and we'll set it equal to, like, what, half a second? Like, how long? I'm trying to think, like that iconic scene in fucking Resident Evil 4 when you're fighting Krauser. I mean, how long do you have there? Like, maybe 0.2 seconds? Let's go 0.35 seconds, a third of a second, a little bit more than that. And I think it is going to have to be one shot because we're going to have to reactivate it every time. So we'll do a timeout here. We'll connect it. We got to connect it to the main UI. Damn, I thought this was chill music. Alright, whatever. Okay. There we fucking go. Got some Silent Hill, whatever. Whatever the fuck shits. Cool. So we have this, we got it connected down here. So all we have to do is basically have a function. Whenever we're in it, we're already in the process function. So we'll say we're gonna have to start the timer if current state is not equal to the previous state, meaning we just entered this state. We're gonna have to do a few things, and one of them will be start the timer. So that'll be write button timer. We should probably make this a child of the other one. Oh, your my FPS tutorial. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got a lot of views on that one. I didn't expect to get any, and that's like my biggest video. And then I haven't really done anything that big afterwards. I should probably put this under here, and then I'm going to add the timeout signal back in. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. People like that video. I'm thinking about doing another one since Godot's like got 4.4 out. I'll probably do another big video or something. Eventually. I guess I like doing streams because the format's easier. It's like, you know, but you can't have polished content with streams, so so we need to activate that timer. So write button timer dot start, and yeah, I guess so we're gonna start the timer. The timer's gonna start ticking. I guess we'll say proceed to the next thing, right? So let's make a little dictionary here. Maybe not a dictionary. We could do a dictionary. If we do a dictionary, what we would do is do the button press we need to press and the amount of time that we have to press it. So we could just loop through that and go through, set the timer to that time, and if we don't get the amount of clicks, then we'll just go to the next one or whatever, or exit the game. If we do a or we could do, yeah, I think we're gonna do the dictionary. So that's what we'll do. We'll do presses dict, and then we'll make that equal to a dictionary, and we'll say at on ready. Oh, you fucking piece of shit, worthless bastard. On on ready presses dict. Oh, we need a var up in there. A var up in here. We put that up there on that fucker. And then, what are we going to have? I guess we should have, what are they called? What do we say? X button? That's right. We're going to say X button. And it's actually probably going to have a, we'll have the amount of time. So let me do this. We're going to say dict. So we'll just say, what is it? Key, and then right here it will be one of them is going to be time. What is the other? I'm trying to think of how to name this variable. What is the other one that we need? Oh, amount of presses. Amount of presses. So that way we can loop the dictionary. This will be the button to press. Button to press. So yeah, we'll figure out the button to press. We'll have the amount of times we need to have it pressed, and then the time that we have to press it. We'll just need to set this to the timer. We will just record how many times it's pressed, and then we will, yeah, make sure it's the right button. And then, yeah, I think we're good, right? And then if we hit it, we just keep going. If we don't hit it, then King Cobra will drop the coal and burn down his house. Or maybe Homeboy Scotty will come in. I don't know yet. We'll just print out a little message saying, Homeboy Scotty's here. Sorry, Cobes. Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so amount of presses. Let's go with 10 presses in 2 seconds just to test the damn thing. 2.0, why not? X button. And we'll just do another one for the triangle button. I'm just going to copy that. Maybe 10 and... Ooh, we couldn't do... we can't have 2 keys named the same thing, but we could have multiple dictionaries and loop through that dictionary, the next one, and the next one. So, yeah, I mean, or we could just keep looping through these and have these values change. I mean, there's tons of ways we could do it, but I didn't think about that when I was putting that in there. I want to have some type of thing that lets me know. All right, so how would I get the input? So we start the timer. How are we going to loop through these? I guess we would have to loop through here, right? Yeah. So we start the timer. I guess the timer, we would loop them basically here, and then we would check the input here. So loop, what do we call that when we move it forward? What do you call it when you move a loop forward? Loop be move forward here. Loop be move forward here. Wonderful. And then we go up here, and then I guess check for input here, right? Yeah, check for dat input here. There we go. We'll add some, whoops, a little bit of that. You know, it's super serious. So how are we going to check for input? We don't want to do it inside of this if. We want to do it over here. So let's see if we can just get the amount of presses and print them out. Or we'll just say, I think we can say if input dot is action just pressed, and we want circle button, and we'll just print pressing circle. And let's go to our project settings and make sure we actually have, I don't think it's actually mapped to anything. So if we go here and we go to joypad buttons. All right, where is Sony circle? Sony sister circle up. I fucking love my PlayStation. I fucking hate the Xbox. It's fucking gay. I don't like Xbox. But Sony's getting beat to shit because we have no games. So I bought a PS5 and I don't know why. Alright, square button. Where the hell is it? My eyes are really bad. Triangle button. I'm 180 fucking years old. No, I'm only 29. Triangle button. There we go. Triangle. X button. Right here. Where's that fucking X? Worthless animal. Reveal yourself. Sony cross. Oh, it's not an X, it's a cross. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Okay, so let's do that, and we'll repeat it for each one, and we'll just make sure that it works in the way it works inside my head, which would be great. So, X button. What is this? Triangle. Button. The next one was what? Square. It's hip to be square. And we'll say pressing X, pressing triangle. Pressing circle. And pressing square. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we should get something, right? Okay, I'm pressing all the buttons. How's it going? We're trying to help Cobra burn down his house with a coal right now. I'm trying to use my controller. We're trying to press any inputs. We're not getting any inputs on the controller. Not getting any print statements. So, oh, that's right. I'm not even in that. Let's go here. I'm not in that state, so I wouldn't get anything anyway. All right, so let's run that again, and let's see if I get anything this time. Yes, okay, I am getting input. All right, so I'm not a complete idiot. So, let's see. We got X here. Pressing X. Pressing circle. Pressing square. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Yeah, that's square. Okay, we're good. Pressing triangle. Nice. Yeah, I hate the way the Xbox controller feels. It's garbage. The Switch controllers, I mean, fucking absolute garbage. PS4 controller is the pinnacle. I haven't even held a PS5 controller because I'm way too fucking poor. It would disintegrate in my poverty-stricken hands. I'm just kidding. But I gotta get more coffee. Hold on. Yeah, my audio is completely scuffed today. So it's gonna be, you know, you're gonna take what you can get. All right, but I think we have the information that we need. So let's see what we need to do. We're starting the timer. We're going to say for button mashes in the dictionary, presses dict. We're going to print button mashes right here. So, yeah. I'm actually going to bring this dictionary down just so I can look at it down here. And then I'm going to put a bunch of lines down here so I can have it in the middle of the screen. So, we're going to be printing this. We're looping through that. These are just the keys. So let's see. How am I going to do this? We have to set the timer. I think we have to set time left equals button mashes. What is it, the first value? Oh, we have to say presses dict. And then come over here. And then get the first value. And then we're just going to keep that. And I'm going to say var. We need the amount of times. I think we need that up here though. So we'll say in here, we're going to have some on-readies. We're going to say on-ready var x presses. I probably will end up changing the name of this variable, but for now I'm going to call it x presses just to experiment. We're going to call it 0. And you can basically see what I'm going to do. I'm going to increment it every time. So we'll do x presses plus equals 1 right there. And then we will check for the amount of x presses. So I'm trying to think. We're also going to need a check in here. We'll say if presses met equals true. Then we will continue the loop. And we're going to need an at onReady var presses met, meaning that we did meet the goal. We're going to keep it at false to begin with, and then we'll flip it when we hit our goal of 10 presses in 2 seconds or whatever. So what's the problem? Oh, equals. There you go. Let me slam some coffee. Okay, so using my big brain, let's try and figure this out. So we have our X presses here, they equal 0. Every time we press, we equal 1. We add 1 to it. We have a timer timing out down here. That will check our press is met. So we basically have to check every time here. We'll say if X presses equals and so how are we going to loop through this is what I'm thinking now. I don't think we're doing this correctly down here. We really don't need a loop. We just need to have a current index that we're on. I think that's what I'm going to do is do onReady var current mash index. And we'll say equals, for right now we'll say X button. Yeah. This really isn't a good way to do it, but it makes sense for how to do it right now. We should name these differently. Yeah, we should actually do that now. We should call this presses dict, and then we should just add in another thing here, and that should be the button. So this should be X button here. And then this will be like, we can actually just have these be numbers. We'll start at 0, and that's what we're gonna have to do. It's gonna make this code better. 0, 1. There we go. We can get rid of this shit down here. Actually, we can keep that. And then we can just have an index and have that be just an int. Right? I think so. And then we can just loop through these. Well, not really loop through them, but just we basically know where we're at and can reference this information. We don't really have to loop through them at all. We gotta get away from looping, man. We gotta get our brain out of that mind space. Alright, we're just gonna say pass. So, if X presses equals the current mash index on the presses dict, the presses dict current mash index, let me put a pass in here so it stops complaining. If X presses equals, and then instead of this, we'll get the second value in the array, so 10. So yeah, if we equal that, and then yeah, actually we could do that when we time out. So shouldn't we do that down here? We really don't need the presses met variable. We could just check this when we time out. Yes, okay. So let me bring this down. Yeah. Yeah, we could have a match statement based off of, so let's get rid of that. So now instead, whenever the timer runs out, we're checking if we have the X presses, and we're just adding to the X presses up here in the input. I think that's a better way of doing it. The problem now is that we're not really differentiating between which button presses we make. So I think we should, instead of have this be X presses, we should just name this presses. And we need to check some other stuff too. Hold on, let me... there we go. Yeah, I think we should just name this presses. Actually, you know what? Should we have... we could clear this. We could clear it anyway. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make one for each. So that way I can kind of keep track of every button that's pressed, basically. What is it? Square. Circle. This is one way to do it. We could do it a different way, and then we could also do triangle. Hopefully I spelled all those correctly. And I'm just going to add those in here. Like this. And we'll, of course, what is this, circle? What's the problem? Circle presses. Circle, there we go. Very hard word for me to spell. Instead of X, we're going to have triangle. 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 Square button. Square presses. There we go. Wonderful. That's pretty awesome. I like that. So we're starting the timer up here on the first tick of the state. We have our circle button. We're pressing circle. That just increments those. And then when the timer times out, we're going to, I guess what we're going to do is match. We really don't have to. I think we do, actually. We have to match the current mash index on our presses dict. And so we're trying to get the first index on there. We're basically matching what input we have to press, and then we're checking if that matches, if our X presses matches the number that we need to hit. Expected expression for match pattern. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, of course. X button. There we go. And then this should be, we should continue. We're going to say, we'd increment the current mash index. We'd say current mash index plus equals 1. And else we're going to say, we'll just print mission, whoops, mission failed. We'll get them next time. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. There we go. Wonderful. X button right there. Current mash index. Wonderful. That'll increase it. So we should be able to get through both the X button and the triangle button. And there's no display for the player, but we're going to have to make some type of display too. I guess we could make some radial display like counting down. I think that would be good. That's really not hard to make. Actually, one of my first fucking videos on YouTube, I made a countdown, like a timer like that. All right, rock and roll. Let's try it out. We're pressing X a bunch of times. Are we going to fail? I don't think so. Pressing triangle. Well, we don't really have any output, do we? On right button. Let's just print up here. Print. Run it. Run it in. Let's do that. I want to see when that time's out. Oh. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. So, yeah, it is running like right off the bat. Let's do, can we do 20 seconds? Oh, and we're never setting the, let's do that up here. So yeah, we're going to, at the timer, we're going to, before we start it, we're going to say dot, can we do time left? Time left equals current mash index on our dictionary. And we're going to have the second, so basically the third entry in there, which is the time. And we're going to say, what is this called again? What the fuck is it called? Presses dict. There we go. Presses dict. Cool. And then we're just going to make this like, yeah, we got 20 seconds now. So let's try that. And yeah, let's say, let's just do this too. Presses, we're going to print, presses left, and X presses minus, what do we have here? The current mash index, of course. We got to get that again. We got to get the second part of that, and we're going to have the presses dict right there. So there we go. So that should just give us the amount of presses left. X presses, actually we need to reverse this. Minus X presses. There we go. And I guess we'll convert that to a string, right? Do we need to? I don't know. It should be fine. Should convert it in the print statement, I believe. Let's try that. Cancel. So how do I set the friggin' wait time? Okay, yeah. So wait time. Wait time. There we go. There we go. One shot on. Perfect. So I'm pressing X. Oh, I gotta move this up. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so we should have enough presses to continue. And then we should get a mission failed eventually after like 20 more seconds. We didn't get a mission failed up here, did we? No. Mission failed, we'll get them next time. Awesome. So what was the next one in the thing? Triangle button. So let's try that. And yeah. We got to do the same thing. I guess we should put some type of prompt up for the player now. We do kind of have like a little system going now. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let me get some water real quick. I'm just gonna play the video for everyone. Cobra can do that. Let me go grab some water. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm coming home with no warning. Cobra's looking out the corner of his cornea. He spotted you. All right. Been fucking listening to too much Eminem, dude. Even though the guy's like a fucking loser now. And like, you know, I don't know what happened to him, but like I liked his old shit. I used to fucking listen to Eminem every day. Blast that shit in my fucking car. I was such a fucking like like white trash stereotype. Oh man, I need more Sonata type shit. Let's look up Sonata. There we go. I just need like some fucking pianos. There we go. That'll do. Press X to help Cobes think harder. So let's just display how many presses we have left. So let's do this. We gotta make... We're gonna have a few things out. We need some labels. We need some damn labels. We're also gonna need a damn, dang old, one of them old things, man, that makes, damn old, you know, man, dang old. What are them damn things that they have the fucking man, what are they called? The bars that they progress bar. There we go. Progress bar. Do we want a texture progress bar? What would we put as a texture? Ah, damn. What the fuck would we put as a texture? I don't have anything. We'll just do a regular progress bar right now. Okay, so let me see and remind myself how these work. So I want to have like 0%, and yeah, basically we can just, can't we just like divide the number of things we got to press by the amount of the time left, or some shits or whatever the fucks. I think what we're gonna do, yeah, we just subtract the amount and then we basically put that here. So the max amount is gonna be the amount of presses we have left, and the value will be the amount of presses that we got to do, and then we'll just go from there. That'll be easy. And then all we have to do on this label is just be like press X. Press X rapidly to help Cobes. Cobes. Think good. There we go. And maybe we'll do a rich text label and enable the BB code, and then we could actually have like, you know, press X with some nice code in there. I don't know what type of... We need some type of like Gothic lettering, of course, for Gothic King Cobra, but for right now this will have to do. Hopefully this will appease him. Let's go to the layout. We'll go to the transform. And paste, yeah. Alright. What does this label do? What are you at? Where are you fucking doing nothing? Okay, let's just leave that up there for now. The progress bar, let's go ahead and hook that up. Let's say spam bar. And yeah, I guess we could just hook it up in here, right? Whenever we press the thing. Because this is not like spam bar dot value equals X presses. There we go. And then we'll do spam bar dot max value. Let's see, up here. Let's spend spam var dot value, oh, max value, right? Max value equals the current mash index and the presses dict. Presses dict, you fucker. Current mash index, and then we want the second value. So there we go. And that's going to get this number. That should set the max value, and then every time we press it, it should get updated. And let's see if that works. Yeah. It does work. That's pretty fucking good. And then we have to have it reset and go to the next one. But we're going to need a lot more presses than that. So what if we did... what if we did like 100? We'll keep it 100, 100. Let's try that. Oh no, Cobra. Oh shit, dude, I might not have enough power to help you. Oh damn, let's see, am I gonna get it? I got fucking old man hands now, dude. I don't have little zoomer hands. I got it. Yeah, he's safe. Okay. When we lose, we get a little mission failed. We'll get him next time. There we go. So I was able to accomplish it. I was able to get it in well within the time limit. Definitely not an old person now. Okay. So that's a pretty... that's a pretty good little system there. I really like that. Now we need some type of... I guess we can just fade to black if it doesn't go right. And then we'll just put some text on the screen that said Cobra burnt his house down that very day. And then I also wanted to have like a nod to all the guys who clipped Cobra. I wanted to thank them for their service. I wanted to have like, as you're going around the room in here, I was going to have little like posters for Bite Sized and Seize Your Robot. All the guys who covered him. You know, all the greats. Maybe like a Kiwi Farms logo on the side. Just some posters around here. I think that would be nice. A good nod to all the people who keep us entertained. I'm really glad this worked out as well as it did. I thought this stream was going to go terribly and I was going to fuck it all up and rage quit, but it's actually going pretty good, alright? Nice. So I think we need to move this down. We need to get the coal not quite so hot to begin with, and then we need to make that fire look a little bit better. But I think I'm going to take a break real quick. So I'm just going to restart this. And I'm going to halt my main mic. Alright, let me get my video capture device going again. There we go. We'll get the BRB off the screen. I actually remembered this time. Whoops. Alright, so I need a little bit of light in here. We're going to use my cool blue light. do you think about that? Now I'm cool. How's it going? Erin Ulasoy. We are making a King Cobra smoking game. So what we have right here, we're in it. I gotta press the button 100 times to help Cobes think good, or else we'll get a mission failed. So that's the amount of presses left we have down there. I have about 20 seconds to do it. So we passed that one, and now I have to code it so that we move to the next one. You can see that we failed the next test. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. We didn't press it in the amount of time. But yeah, what we want to do then is like fade the camera to black and say like, oh, you didn't make it in time, and we'll have like some little text show up saying like Cobes burnt down his house that very day. So let's just have a main UI. We have to have, let's see. I'm just thinking about what I want to do when we have a lose condition. So when we have a lose condition, we're down here, mission failed, we'll get them next time. What we actually need to do is make another state. We're just going to call this lose condition met. And we'll just do this lose condition met. And then we'll make that function, just because that's the pattern I've been using. Let me do that and say pass. Give me 1 second, I just gotta go do something. All right. So we have lose condition met. What we need to do is when we lose, all right, cool. So it is still playing. Nice. Hopefully that's not super loud. Yeah, hopefully it's like audible but not super loud. I just want to be able to hear it too. Sorry, it's hard for me to think without fucking music. All right, so what are we doing here? We want to have more of these. We have to add in more button presses, but we also need to display to the player that we're doing that. We also got to add the lose condition. So we got to make some little UI things on here. I think we can just basically put a screen over top of it and then have it like fade to black or whatever. I think what I might do, this will be funny, I'm just going to put a color rect in. We'll create it, and this will be fade out screen. Fade out screen. And we'll go to the UI menu, 2D right here. We're going to make it as big as the entire screen. Whoops. Yeah. We'll make it the full screen. And what I basically want to do is start it. I just want to see how it would look if I did just swipe down. You know what I mean? Like if we had the position. Yeah, let's just move it. If I had the position like all the way up here and then I just came straight down with it. So let's go like -750, and then hold on, Goblin, get out of here, leave me alone. My fucking cat will not stop annoying me. All right, fade out screen, And nice. So cool. We're gonna make this black. Gothic as fuck, dude. And then we're gonna do a label. Gothic in terms of King Cobra. Well, we need some lettering. Isn't there like a... man, let me find it. Alright. Hold on. Open fonts or whatever. Open fonts or something. Yeah. Well, this is font space. I don't know. I've never used font space. What else do we have? I guess we have Google Fonts. We can take a look at that. Oh, that's a good one. I think that's what we want. Get fonts. Download all. There we go. We'll download that. Let me bring that over here. And nice. It's true. It's TTF. Awesome. Cool. That's what I was worried about. If it's not TTF, I don't think we can use it. So let's go to Cobra smoking game. Let's just put it in the textures. Who gives a fuck? You know what? No, let's not do that. Let's just put it... We're going to put it right in the middle of the game. Who cares? And then we'll go in here. Let's go to our main UI and we'll just do a theme. New theme. And we're going to add in that font so I don't have to add it for every single one. So it's the only font we have. Awesome. Now we have that cool ass Gothic font going on. Nice. And on the label, I guess we'll just make the default size a little bigger too. What do we make it, like 35? I think that seems pretty cool. And I also want to make it I want to make it yellow on most of them. This label right here. This is going to be not quite fast enough. Not quite fast enough. Josh dropped the coal. Dropped the coal. Burning down his entire apartment. Hold on. Why is it? Josh dropped the coal, burning down his entire apartment building. ... Clint was, whoops, not happy. ... And then we need a picture of Clint looking very unhappy on here too. Let's go get a picture of Clint. The Clint father. Let's see. King Cobra JFS Clint images. So yeah, we have these images over here. I think that one will be good. I need one where he looks mad. Do we have one where he's like flexing or something? Maybe just Clint Saunders. King Cobra JFS dad. There we go. I think we can use this one. What else do we have in here? Enabler. Yeah, everyone says it's an enabler. Whatever. Damn. Yeah, none of these are really great. I guess this one's the best because it's already like, you know, he's done the great job of photoshopping it. Where's the one? Oh, he's got the knife. Oh, that one where he's in the play. Oh, man. We need that one. There's one where he's in a play and he's got a knife like this and he's got all these tough guy fake tattoos on him. It's very funny. That's the one we need. Clint Saunders. Maybe this will give it to us. He teaches at a college or some shit. Damn it. Ah, damn it. Whatever, it's not worth the time right now. Let's just have the blank screen come down. And we're going to have to do some auto wrap on the words. And then we will expand this out right here. Not quite fast enough. Josh dropped the coal, burning down his entire apartment building. Clint was not happy. There goes his retirement fund. And we'll make it red because Clint's really fucking pissed off, dude. He's mad. There'll be no more meads in the future. Let's go. Clint was not happy. There we go. And then we're gonna have this scroll down when you lose. So nice. We'll just make a little animation player. Honestly, that's what I'm gonna do because it'll be the simplest way to do it. So we'll grab our fade out screen and we'll just take the position. Let's click our animation. Say new. We'll say lose. We'll say burning down the apartment. Burning down apartment. We'll have different endings. So you can play it a few different times and get a few different endings. Burning down apartment. And all we need to do is add a track on our fade out screen at our position here. We'll create that. And then we will just bring it down, I guess, to 0, right? And then boom. Oh, shit. Shouldn't have done that. But we'll just insert another key, and then we know what that value is supposed to be. It's negative 750. So we'll have it basically up here, and then it comes down. Maybe not that high. Oh. There we go. So we'll have it come down just like that. And maybe 2 seconds, you know, maybe a little bit more cinematic. We're not going to be like Stanley Kubrick where every shot takes 50 fucking minutes. And it's a shitty movie and everyone's got to pretend like it's really good. Let's go to this label and we'll go theme overrides, fonts, colors, font color, and we want a gothic yellow for our Jord over here. Where is our yellow? There we go. There's our yellow. Nice. Wonderful. Press X rapidly to help Cobes think good. And we also need to, can we change type to rich text label? Thank you. And then we want to enable this. And how do we use that code again? BB code. Open it up. I just need, how do I use it? For fuck's sake, man. Let's ask ChatGPT, he'll do it for me. I want to use the BB code in Godot 4.4 to make some text stand out. Help me out. Let's see what you're thinking. Okay, so yeah, I remember it being something like this. Okay, so that's the bold tags. I remember it used tags. I just can't remember how the shit works. Cool. Nice. So that's basically what I was looking for, like right here. So we're gonna actually grab this. Is it coming from bottom to top or top to bottom? It's going to go from the top and then come down. So all I need to do is just swap this out. This is basically what I was looking for. Is this type of shit. So I go back to my 2D. Awesome. So yeah, press X rapidly to help Cobes. And then I need the color over here to be yellow. Control C, Control V. Nice. So I guess that'll just make everything yellow. I was thinking I was going to have to close it over here. I guess it would be good practice to close it, right? Like an ending tag like that. Yeah. And we definitely don't want that scroll bar in there. That looks so stupid. Oh, I guess maybe we don't need that. There we go. Nice. So we'll put that there. I think it's going to have to... I think it should come from bottom to top so that people can read it. Yeah, I mean, that's really not that bad of a fix. So we'll go here, and we could just go positive 750, right? I guess that would make it more legible. And then it comes up here like that. And then I was going to have it hang out for a minute before I end the whole thing. So I guess I should make it like maybe... what, like 8 seconds? Give people like 6 seconds to read that, and then have it move to the next scene. We could do it that way. Yeah, I think I am going to do that, and then we're just going to duplicate that key. Yeah, thank you for saying that. That's probably a good idea to have it go out like that. Alright, so let's actually try that. We'll just make a lose condition met, and then we'll say, animation. Oh, we gotta get that animation player. So we can just say animation player dot play, and burning down apartment. Cool. So I guess eventually we could have like a bunch of these, and we could just pick from the animations at random because they're all just going to be different lose conditions. But what we also need to do is make a script up here for our Cobra so we can do some stoppage of this stuff too. So we're going to create a script, and we're just going to, I guess we'll say func stop and lose game. And we'll pass... what is this music? It's too happy. We need, like, you know... let me see. Mood. Where is it? Scary. And we want some piano. It's taking forever. Here's my art list shit. There we go. Scary. And then we want piano. What do you got? There we go. And then we'll just keep this rolling. Thank you. Maybe you don't suck, art list. If it keeps playing, which it's not. Okay. Stop and lose game. So we're gonna have to pause Cobra here. So we have our animation player on our Cobra. So we'll reference that here. Animation. Sitting, burning, Cobra, animation player, and we're just going to, can we just call stop? Yeah, nice, because once it stops that, and then, I think that's really all we need to do here. We could stop the sound too, we could stop the blowtorch sound, so we'll just say, audio stream player dot stop as well. So we'll just stop the sound, and then we'll stop that, and then we're on. So we're gonna need like play disappointed Cobra lines. Yeah, I have Audacity open so we can record some stuff, but I might do that off camera because that never really goes well, and I always end up blowing out people's eardrums on the stream. So. But yeah, let's just try this and see what happens. Oh, we need to add this to a group. So we'll say func at ready. We're gonna say add Add to group, and we'll add it to the group main scene. And we'll grab that main scene. We're gonna save that. We're gonna go to main UI, and when the lose condition is met, we also have to do this. If the current state is not equal to the previous state, meaning that we have we're on the first tick of the state getting there, we're going to say get tree. We're going to call that group getTree.callGroup. We plug that in main scene, and what we're going to do is say, what do we say? Stop stop and lose game. There we go. We're going to call that function. We're going to send out the signal through the telephone lines, tell them stop it, knock it off. Better not go live, boy. Cool. So let's go ahead and try that. We also need to tab that over. Yeah, I think we should be good. Yeah, let's select the current. We only have one scene anyway. So we're going to lose on purpose. We're at 0%, and we're not getting any better. We should reach the lose condition anytime soon. I need to back the camera off a little bit. It is a little too close. Are we losing? Doesn't appear to be so. Mission failed. We'll get them next time, but I don't think we actually move into the next state. So when should we be doing that? Oh, we don't actually do that. So all we have to do is say next state equals, what are we going to say here? Lose condition met. Awesome. So I didn't move the states. That's why. And, you know, I think we should have a timer counting down as well. So what was our label 2? We just need to print the wait time left on it. Let's see. When should we be doing that? Who cares? Let's do it. Let's do it in our process and see what happens. Yeah, so which label am I going to use? Here's what I'm trying to do. All right, so we go over here. We're going to have like this as our time left right there. So this should be like a number like, you know, 20, and then it should be like 19, 18, 17, 16. We're going to call this time left label. And we'll go here. This is more of like a goofy, spooky, not what I'm looking for. There we go. Next state, lose condition met. We go into that. Alright, I like that, but we also need to update this. So when are we going to update that? We're going to update it here. No, we shouldn't update it with every press. We need to press right button. Okay. So we just need to update it here, I believe. I'm going to try it up here, and we're going to see. We're going to basically do time left label dot text equals the wait time of the timer. So we'll say, where's our right button timer dot wait time. We need to convert that to a string, I believe. So yeah, I think that should be cool. Yeah, let's give that a shot. So 20. So that's not updating. I'm not sure why. But we should lose here pretty soon. Oh, I think because I did wait timer instead of time left. Not quite fast enough. Josh dropped the coal, burning down his entire apartment building. Clint was not happy. And then we'll have like Clint rise up from there with a mean face on. We'll have to AI it or something. That'll be really good. I think coming up from the bottom was a good call, though. But why is this not working? Time left label dot text equals right button timer dot wait time. Oh, we need to say time left. Time left. There we go. It's a read-only property there. Don't try and write to that one. Yeah, so we need to cap that off. Can I make it in time? Oh no, I don't think I can. Oh, we're very close. 75, 80, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. I made it. Okay, so we'll advance. And then, oh, not quite fast enough. Josh dropped the coal, burning down his entire apartment building. Clint was not happy. So we have a bug right there. I guess we're not advancing. Oh, we're setting equals equals, and we have to be exactly the number. So we have to say is, whoops, is greater than or equal to. And nice. So then we say current mash index, we increment it, and since we're, ooh, that might be a problem. Well, no, not really. Yeah, it is going to be a problem. We're going to make another state right here, and we'll call it reset. Resetter state. And I'm just going to do what I'm going to do first. If we're just going to set this next state equal to spam 1 button. I think this should work like it's gonna work. So basically, since we're whenever we have to press the right button, whenever we're gonna go into the next prompt, we basically have it switch states again. So I'm going to go back to this resetter state, and then the only purpose of this is to move back to our spam 1 button, or actually press right button. So it's just going to take us out and then bring us right back in, and I think that should do us pretty well. I'm going to make another label and call that state so we can actually see our states. State label, and where are you gonna be? We'll put you over, like right over here. We'll say state right there, just like that. And then we just need to update that whenever we change. So I guess we can do that. If prev state, actually, isn't it? We need to copy this. If the current state is not equal to the previous state, meaning that is the first tick of that state, then we will update the friggin' state label. Where you at? State label dot text is now equal to the damn state. There we go. Losing my fucking mind over here. What is this music? Can you not just give me like some Mozart or some shit like that? Fugue in D minor. Here we go. We're in a fugue state. This is what I was looking for. Thank you. Coding in a fugue state. Okay. Current state, and that is a Strang, so we should be good to go. Now we'll see what happens. Let's try it. We're in the press right button state. We're gonna spam it. We're gonna press X rapidly to help Cobes think good. Boom, we're almost there. Almost heated up enough. So we're running. And we should fail pretty soon. Just because we're not pressing any buttons and we don't have the next prompt geared up. Anytime now. I guess we're not going to lose. Where is that run-in coming from? Because now it's not in the X button, so it doesn't have anything to match to, so it just runs that and then doesn't run any of this. So yeah, it's just gonna get stuck there. That makes sense. So we need to do that again for each one of the inputs, actually. X button, triangle button, what are we going to say here, square button, and then we also need to reset the presses. Square button and, for fuck's sake, what is the last one called? Triangle, square, circle. And, yeah. Circle presses, there we go. Square presses, there we go. And triangle presses, there we go. Triangle presses, wonderful. Cool. And then we're also going to have to reset them here. So if we are doing that and we didn't lose the game, then we're going to say equals 0. And we're going to do that for all of them because we have to reset their values. They have no value left to us, so we extract it all and return it to 0. Why are you being so weird about selecting shit right now? Oh, we already got you. You fucking worthless piece of shit. You fucking animal. Equals 0. And then circle presses. Control C, and then we'll go here. Control V equals 0. There we go. Right here. Awesome. So I like that. I think that's gonna make us look really cool. I think everyone's gonna like that. I think, yeah. Wonderful. It's 3:02 in the morning. Let's see. Let's run this, see what happens. So we should be able to pass the first condition pretty easily. 40, 50. And we're obviously going to change that. We're going to change it and be like, it gets, green as you go forward. But then on the next one, we should be failing. After about 20 seconds, we should see the end screen come up. I like the music. Is it working? I don't think it's working. I think it's broken. Yeah, I think it is broken. Right, so let me just do a little print statement here. Print we are entering the press right button state, and then I want to do one up here. Print. We entering resetter state. Cool. So what are we doing here? So if we do pass, we need to go into the resetter state. I don't think we're actually setting that, so we're gonna say, whoops, next state. Next state equals resetter state, right? Yeah. So let's try that. It should flip between this one and that one, and that should bring us out of that and then bring us right back into this, so we can go to the next item in there. And we also need to set some things in here. We need to set the string. Which label is it? I think it's our main label right here. Yeah, we're gonna have to code some shit in here. All we gotta do, we can remember all this. We can copy that, and we can say at label dot text equals, and then we can slam that in there. And we want to change this basically based off what the thing is. So I think we can say current mash index 2, right? No, we want to get the first, so we'll just go here. We want to get 0. Actually, we probably could convert that to a string and then put it in there. So we'll just say plus plus. We'll do that, and we'll do this, and then we'll make a var right here. We'll just do var use text equals that, and we'll then put our use text in here. So to remind myself, let's look at the dictionary. So this is our X button, triangle button. So it should say rapidly, press triangle button rapidly to help Cobes think good. And that's going to be our first index. And we're going to convert it to a string. It actually already is a string, so we should be good. That should work. Let's try it now. And we're gonna have to reset the spam bar, which we are doing here. And then we also got to reset the value. Spam var value should be 0. Value equals 0, and yeah, we can just get rid of that. There we go. Let's run that. All right, spam the X button. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. And I think we should have like, you know, some type of like effect come up where it should be like, like that. And then I want to have a degree temperature for the thing. So it's just like 10 million degrees, 11 billion degrees. So you got to spam the triangle button. And it looks like we got a little glitch right there. If I spam the X button, it goes up, but it's not actually helping us get towards the goal. Whereas if I spam the triangle button, it's actually getting there. I don't know if we're going to make it, though. We probably will. Running. So we don't have anything else to run right now, so it's just going to keep going. We need to make it so if we get to the end of the dict, it moves to the next thing. But yeah, I really can't do much right now. And then I want to add in, I got my PlayStation controller, I want to add in like actual key prompt images, so that'll be cool. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits for right now. I gotta go eat something. I'm just going to play it one more time and let it end. Make sure the end condition works if I don't do anything. And then let's maybe move some stuff around real quick. I'm actually gonna go over here. We'll go to the 2D. So I think this should be more over here. Press X rapidly to help Cobes think good. And then we'll have this as a time left. I think that would be good to have that like right here. But that way you actually get to see more of Cobra. Let's try that. And then, yeah, that's looking a little bit better. We need to figure out why that's all effed up. And then I need to add textures for the blowtorch. And then I need to move some other stuff around. Textures for the skin. It's like, I don't know what's up with it. It came from Make Human. I can't remember how I made this model, but I might have to edit it a little bit. But not quite fast enough. Josh dropped the coal, burning down his entire apartment building. Clint was not happy. Lose condition met. So yeah, I'm going to continue to work on this, but yeah, thanks to anyone for showing up. Thanks for having any interest in this. This is some really dumb stuff we're doing here, but I'm glad people showed up for it. Anyway, yeah.